Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ciarra, and please do remember, if you do not like what I say, how I say it, or why I say it, then please do feel free to click off this video and go about the rest of your day in peace. And so we are back again with another July monthly reading, focusing on sort of love, sex, all those kind of aspects, and what you need to know for July as far as like romantic situations go in that realm of things. So with that said, please do remember that if you would like to help support the channel in any way, there's going to be links down below to my Patreon, social media, as well as information about how to book a private reading with me or me and my Pisces twin. And so we are going to be choosing the piles this time around, again, using manga. So for those of you who are attracted to pile 1, we have He Is My Only Vampire. So that is going to be for pile 1. For pile 2, we have Devil's Line. And for pile 3, we have the Demon Prince of let's see if I can say this right, Momochi House. I probably did not say that right, but regardless, that is what we have for pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So of course, take as much time as you need, meditate on the piles, use a pendulum if you need, and of course, remember that these are general readings for the collective, so not every card, not every message may resonate for you personally, and if you're attracted to more than one of these piles, your personal message that might apply to your July could be spread across more than one. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into your reading. All right, for those of you who picked pile 1 with He Is My Only Vampire here, which, again, this particular artist, I absolutely love her and her stories. She just draws the most pretty looking male characters, not gonna lie. So let's go ahead and jump into your cards, starting off with the tarot that we have here. Let's see what we are working with. So for you guys, we have the 10 of Pentacles. We have the World card. It's a wildo. every goddamn time. We also have the 7 of Cups here. We also have the Sun. And we have the 9 of Pentacles. So wow, guys, like seriously, for you guys, for July, there's nothing bad here really. It is a lot. It's interesting because it's like what I'm getting the sense of is, especially you guys sort of on the dating scene or romance or relationships or whatnot, really being on display is what I'm getting the sense of. You know, really loving just the feel of your body, kind of showing your body. There might be a chance or an opportunity for you guys to really like be out under the sun, maybe naked or something like that. Like I'm getting a sense that that would be a really nice moment for you guys. I definitely have gained the sense of really being admired. So you might have a lot of admirers who might be approaching you in July. There's definitely a strong summer feel to this energy. I'm definitely seeing that you have some options, you guys who chose this particular pile. I definitely feel like for some of you, there could be the, you know, maybe the ending of a certain chapter and the start of something new here, but it's all very, very much in the positive, new growth, new possibility. We definitely have a progression here from the 9 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. So again, there's a lot here that has to do with like being very independent, being just in a moment of victory, success. I feel like you're being very much well satisfied in July, or again, whether or not you're actually with a person or not, you're still going to be feeling like very much in your power, feeling good. But there's just that one word of caution of making sure to take things, I feel like, slow, because again, you have a lot of options sort of circulating around you, and so you need to make sure that you are seeing all the different potentials and different paths before you, not getting overwhelmed or staying too much in a place of sort of illusion or thinking and not so much engaging with the actual action here. So let's see what else we have for you guys. So we also have here, you guys got, we have Sage with Purification. So definitely be working on clearing out your energy, because I feel like you, again, like there's something new beginning. There's something new starting here in July with you. And also with that message of purification, that goes back to the different options that might be available to you right now. You know, making sure that they are, you know, which ones are the best ones for you, which ones are going to be, you know, spiritually, physically, emotionally fulfilling for you. So with this Sage, it's saying shrubbery sage, sacred space, I purify and cleanse your place. Vibrations raised, no longer stuck. Assist I shall to bring you luck. This magic is worked with harm to none, so mote be, there it is done. You know, you've become stagnant, and when it comes to making magic and having taken a dim view on what was once lit, have taken a dim view on what once lit you up. Stale energies have blocked magical intentions and prevented desired outcomes. Time for a little spiritual spring cleaning. So what I'm definitely getting the sense here. So again, if some of you are more on the single side of things, it's like maybe you've lost recently your drive to like go out there on the dating scene or something. And this is all definitely a message of like July is a chance for you to reignite that fire and that excitement, especially by bringing some creative solutions to it. And those who are in relationships, equally so, you know, getting more experimental with things, trying out different ideas, really communicating with your partner to find a very fulfilling and satisfying ending to certain things, and new beginnings as well. Because again, we have that World card here, and then we have the Sun. So it's like, again, light is being shed on the situation. There's new victory. There's new prosperity coming in. Definitely very fruitful. Again, some of you should try using food, you know, the senses more. I'm getting a sense of really engaging all senses, touch, smell, hearing. What else am I forgetting? You know what I mean? Like all 6 senses really being engaged. And again, it starts with you also. It's not just you and your partner, but it's also starting with you and feeling comfortable and getting to know and understand your own body more for some of you. So anyway, you know, it's all about getting the energy moving again. That's definitely what I feel like. I feel like energy is, you know, getting there again. It's moving again. So use my white variety in the cleansing ritual to smudge contaminants and get your working place ceremonially clean. My power of purification will clear and lift the energy of your altar as you waft the smoke from a lit bundle over the sacred space. My garden variation is well known as a culinary herb, for my aroma is both sweet and savory. I'm used for countless kitchen witchery spells, for as well as prompting wisdom and building emotional strength. I will also assist in manifesting magic and bringing you pure luck. So I feel like, again, definitely like cook with sage. You know, use that sweet and savory. Like that is definitely the energy here that you need to bring forth. Again, working in the kitchen more to use spell work, maybe in manifesting what you want romantically, sexually, in that way. You know, again, the senses is coming in here. So maybe, you know, burning a certain incense or something to set the mood more, you know, candles. Again, I'm just getting like using different things to really set a mood. And also, you know, making sure your space is really well clean and really well kept up so that you can just relax is also another thing that I'm getting here. So we also have, we have Gossamer Princess, communication, relationship work to be done. And we have it in the reverse here. So it's going to be interesting to see what this says. You know, we have butterflies being on there. So that's all about transformation. This is card 12, which adds up to 3. Some of you might be a life path 3, or 3 is a significant number for you. But with this here, it's talking about, you know, in the reverse, this card can relate to the etheric cords that bind you, keeping you from seeking and pursuing your life purpose. So again, that's why you're getting sage here as well, because there's certain ties, there's certain connections that you have that you need to, sage and cut those ties so that you can move forward and move out of whatever stagnation that you're feeling into this energy of like, yeah, I'm putting an end to that cycle and starting up something really new and bright. This card also indicates that some of your relationships in the world are being maintained only because you fear that if you sever the ties you have, you could fall. There's a real sense of defining who you are through your relationships, both personal and professional. It may be time to gently allow some strands of your web to dissolve and to build again elsewhere. It could be time to change your technology and to take some time out to think on your own for a while. If you decide to retain the relationships, know that there will be a delicate repair job ahead of you. Reluctance to rebuild after apparent change and to take responsibility for your part of the web, your part of the relationship. Waiting for another to fix things, hesitation, lacking confidence in your ability to bring about change, underestimating your strength and ability to bring about positive change, feeling it may be best to allow some parts of your life to come to a gentle end. And that's definitely what I'm getting here, because you have that 10 of Pentacles, you have the World card. That is both of those feel like gentle endings to a particular period. So it's like, again, we have this energy of you kind of severing ties and just focusing on yourself here a little bit. Kind of curious to see what these, since obviously these are very different tarot cards than from the traditional. Let's see what they have to say meaning-wise. So we have the Sun here, which is all about affection and passion come from truth and not pretense. Everyone can find themselves in their nudity and can stop pretending. So yeah, showing vulnerability through your own nudity, through your body, through your skin. So we also have that 9 of Pentacles, which is a pleasant surprise, positive and long-lasting situation. Yeah, that's definitely what you're moving into with something like the World energy here. So talking about these cards up here with the 7 of Cups, that is flight of fancy, the magic of the 4 leaves of mint. Yes. So the penetrating perfume of mint is like the thought of your loved one upon us. It fuels ideals and plans for love. So again, we have 2 things here talking about scent, again, aromas, aromatherapy, knowing how a scent or how, a certain incense can really set the mood or change the outcome of things in a way is what I'm getting. So we also have the 10 of Pentacles, which is all about here, desire, the magic of the mirror. Vanity is the soul of love. You must love yourself to let yourself be loved. And you must love yourself before you can love another. So again, that is what a lot of this is talking about for July for you guys. If you want to get to a more fulfilling relationship with a partner, you need to make sure that you're loving yourself and celebrating who you are. And then, of course, with the World card, that is gratification, the magic of intimacy. Touch ensures continuity, a gratifying and complete relationship, peace and lasting happiness, a serene family. So yeah, this is all about intimacy, getting you to a stronger, more long-lasting sense of intimacy with a particular partner, or again, just with yourself. So we also have here, for your love message, we have power. You instinctively know what is right for you. You have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. See, exactly. So some of you are still like sticking to what I was talking about here with the Sage and also like the Gossamer Princess, sticking to certain bonds or certain ties that you feel like fear of breaking, but you know that it's the time to walk away from those ones and move towards something new and positive. Again, there's nothing bad here for you guys. Like if you cut ties, it's only going to be in your benefit. It's not going to be something bad. So with that, let's also talk about some of the other sexy messages that we have here for you guys to keep in mind for July. So we have obedient, submissive. So some of you might be in an obedient, submissive relationship. Either you're the submissive or somebody else is the submissive. For some of you, that could be maybe the tie that needs to be cut is from this person, or again, from the dominant that you are involved with. We also have anxiously waiting for this new beginning to happen. We have hungry beast. Again, a lot with food and sensations. I don't know if some of you are Taurus or you're dealing with a Taurus, but that just made me think of that. We have rip my panties off. We also have thong around your neck. Somebody is going to be really focused on your, your underwear, your undergarments, taking them off. Look at that. What the fuck? That is crazy. We have rip my panties off. We have thong around the neck. And then you have rip my clothes off. Literally like out and about walking somewhere, like in a private space, of course. But it's like the mood just strikes and it's just like, I don't know. I feel like something's going to just trigger. It's going to be a smell. It's going to be a sensation. It's going to be just feeling the sun and just wanting to be like, again, just like totally naked under the sun, maybe at the beach or something, in the sand dunes, or a little private beach or something, and just ripping the clothes off. We also have, I want to rub your neck as I lick your lips. We have, show me how deep you can go. Again, going deeper with intimacy, I feel like is important. Dominant, shut up and get on the bed. So that's interesting. We have dominant and then we have the obedient submissive. So some of you maybe are in a dynamic like that, or maybe you're searching for a dynamic like that. We have, I'm satisfied with just holding you in my arms. We also have, talk dirty to me on the phone. Your moaning turns me on. And then we have, your kisses are my favorite type of opium. And lastly, we have unleash the beast. I want to go wild on you. And look at that. We have hungry beasts. So yes, somebody is like really, I feel like, admiring you. Because that's just like what we have here in most of the imagery here is like this sense of admiring. So whoever it is really admiring you and they want to just kind of go wild on you is what I'm getting the sense of. Just be wild. Like be wild outdoors, be wild inside, and just like really appreciating, I don't know, I'm just getting like the tactile sense of skin, touching skin is just something I keep going back to. So with that said, that is everything I'm seeing here for you guys for July, for the love sexual messages. So if this resonated, please do leave a like on this video, comment down below what you thought about it. And of course, again, if you'd like to ever help support the channel anyway, there's going to be links to my Patreon down below, as well as other social media and information about how to book a private reading with me or me and my Pisces twins. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, for those of you who picked pile 2 with the Devil's Line manga here, so definitely I would recommend checking out this anime and this manga because it gets pretty spicy. It's definitely, it's funny because they rate it age 13 plus. Are you fucking kidding me? Interesting. I don't know, there's some spicy stuff in this series, especially later on. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into your tarot here and see what you need to know for July as far as like love, sexual stuff. So we have the Knight of Cups. We have the Nine of Swords. We have the Devil here. We also have the Queen of Cups. And we have the Queen of Wands as well. That's pretty wild. We have 2 queens coming out. All right, so what am I getting a sense here? So something that did come to mind is I felt like some of you might be dealing with a little bit of hesitation when it comes to somebody approaching you. Because I feel like there is somebody who is strongly approaching you. They might be kind of surprising you in their attention. And you're just kind of like, especially like here with that Knight of Cups, like, it's like that who me kind of situation. It's like, yeah, you. You might even be kind of hesitant about this person because they could be, they could be working strongly with like this Capricorn devil energy. So they have a very strong creative energy about them, but a very strong sexual energy about them. It might seem like they're almost like a player or something. If they're masculine, they definitely are packing a big rod. We'll just say that. I feel like if they are a female, they're definitely, they have a very pretty, a nice downstairs. Let's just say that. Like, there's definitely something about, whatever their bits are, it's very nice, and it's exactly what, you would like. But I feel like, again, there's some level of hesitation on your front, or maybe it could be them, because maybe you are like the devil energy here pursuing somebody. They might be hesitated about you because, again, there's a feeling of a disconnect between, kind of judging a book by its cover. Like there's them misreading the persona, or you're misreading their persona and not seeing what's truly underneath. I feel like once you do engage with this person, it's like they're going to bring something out in you. They're going to bring out that devil energy in you, that wild, just like, let's throw down and do it everywhere and anywhere. And I'm getting the sense that maybe some of you, it's like, I don't know why this is so specific, but it's like, some of you might be like an actor or a play, or like working in a play or something. This person is another person working in the play or is an actor or something. And it's like something about being in costume and just like throwing down. Like, I don't know. There's something weird like that. Definitely for some of you, you might be engaging in like, obviously like the 69 position. That might be something that they like. Especially when it comes to like oral sex or something. But again, I feel like they're just going to really bring out that wild confidence in you. And especially if you follow your intuition, like I feel like you just go with your intuition, it's not going to lead you astray. Because again, we have the Queen of Wands and we have the Queen of Cups. This is like the Queen of Wands is the witch of the deck, is what she's considered. She is totally charismatic. She has that confidence about her. It's like, I'm really getting the sense of like, really coming out with that confidence and that sensuality, that sexuality, really showing it off, especially because this person just naturally brings it out in you. And that might be part of why it's like you're hesitating with the relationship, is because it almost scares you in a way, because it's something that you haven't had happen before. Like, again, I feel like you might be in July with this particular person or something, going to be trying things and doing things that normally you would never have fucking done before. But it's just, again, this person brings it out in you. There could be something significant about a black cat or a cat in general, because the Queen of Wands traditionally is shown in the tarot with a cat, and we have the cat here being present still. So I feel like that could be significant. But let's talk about some of the meanings of these particular cards, because these tarot are not like the traditional tarot, and they have their own additional meanings. So looking at the Devil card here, let's see what it says. So from this deck, the Devil is talking about magnetism. Yeah, liberating orgy. Eros is the grandiose force that, when deviated, becomes dangerous. It risks deception, betrayal, or blackmail. So yeah, there's a warning here of, that I feel like that's what you're kind of afraid of. You're afraid of giving into, again, this liberating orgy in a sense. This magnetism that you feel. Either to a particular person, or again, you feel it kind of like bubbling up just within yourself, and you really want to go out and express it. But maybe for some of you, there could be fear of cultural or judgment or family judgment if you you follow your sexual drive or sexual urges. I'm going to focus a little bit more on that sexual aspect here than necessarily like romance, love, or whatnot. And I just saw 555. That might be significant to somebody, only because, again, the Devil is present here. The energy that I'm getting off these particular queens, it's like I feel just a very, very strong sense of again, sexual magnetism. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and jump to the Knight of Cups here. And his message is all about modesty. See, the magic of the red candle is awareness of oneself and sexuality, born of shame or discretion. Without encounters with others, you cannot find yourself. How crazy is that? Look at the juxtaposition right here of what I was talking about here. This is literally the liberating orgy, and this is all about modesty. So I feel like some of you are really struggling with your sexuality in a sense of am I supposed to be this modest, do you have some inner shame about your sexuality, or, you're not aware of your own body or your own sexuality or your own magnetism? Because again, I feel like the energy of these two queens are definitely within you, and regardless of what your sexual, orientation is, we all have masculine and feminine energy, and these two feminine energies are within you that are helping you to be come out of your shell more. I feel like, the emotional intelligence and sensitivity and intuition of the Queen of Cups combined with the fire and the passion, the creativity of the Queen of Wands is going to pack a strong punch here for sure. But again, it's like you can't, you're struggling to marry the two because again, you might have some sort of shame or guilt, or again, you're worried about what's going to happen if you release the sexuality, and you're scared of maybe going out there and encountering others. And again, of course, we have COVID and, we've been under lockdown and stuff too. So it's not like going out there and getting physical with a ton of people or anything is necessarily the smartest idea. So that could be a part of this also. You can, read this in the COVID, lockdown situation or whatnot. But again, I'm just going to read how I'm going to read. Apply it to your personal situation how you will. But again, I feel like you guys who pick this pile, need to come to a point where it's like you learn to accept your sexuality and what it is you truly desire. Again, there's no shame in wanting sex or, just looking for a sexual relationship or something. If that is what you want, don't let anybody shame you or feel uncomfortable about that. If that is what you need, as long as you're being safe, use protection, make sure that you're picking partners who are also, care about those things and stuff. Have fun with it, that's just what I'm getting here. But let's also talk about that Nine of Swords. So with the Nine of Swords, it is about rubbing, the magic of the black cat, taking some distance to restore harmony, exciting to appease desire, giving of oneself to let mystery die. Even the world of love is the fruit of paradoxes. You must begin again with each error. Again, it's literally, we have... I was talking about, what a juxtaposition. And literally, you have the Nine of Swords right in between these two cards. It's literally, you're dealing with a fucking paradox here. Because again, you have like, you're working with both of these energies. There might also be a problem there of like, you need to marry these two things and just come to accept that you have this initial kind of modesty, maybe shyness, but that helps to like bring in the allure. But really underneath it, you have this, again, this liberating devil energy within you that turns you into this in the bedroom. It's like the saying, and my twin says it a lot on her channel, a saint on the street and a freak in the sheets. I think that's what it is. That's like the energy you're working with right here. So let's also talk about the two queens that we have down here. So the Queen of Cups here is talking about an affectionate lover exchanges sexual favors with a companion, recognizing a partner's right to orgasm. So again, you're looking for partnerships that have equal exchange. That might be a part of the issue, is like in other previous relationships, it wasn't an equal give and take. Maybe you were always the one giving your partner pleasure and they weren't necessarily reciprocating back. So again, it's finding that balance again. There was also talking about harmonizing in one of these cards. And then we have the Queen of Wands as well. And again, she is talking about, each partner has his or her needs. Know how to choose and understand when and how to satisfy. Love dies without initiative. So again, both of these cards right here are literally and that's what they're here to teach you, is that, it's about that each partner in the relationship, again, this is regardless if you're single or if you're in a partnership, it applies to both, that you need to be able to, read your partner and know that, it goes both ways. If you're going to receive pleasure, then equally you should give that back to your partner, especially if they're, doing it fucking correctly. So, understanding and making that initiative move to figure that out. And again, communicate with the partner and find out what it is they like, what it is they want, what is working, what isn't working, and learn that. Again, it's like, that is such a huge key. The minute you just start listening and you pay attention, you use that intuition like that comes with the Queen of Cups here, it won't even be a problem. Like, you'll trust me. Like, if you just listen, it will make everything a million times better. Because again, that might be the struggle right now that you guys are having, is like not getting a satisfying ending or orgasm or something, because again, your partner isn't listening, or you're not listening to your partner. And so again, not being afraid of just taking the risk to do whatever it is that you need to do. If that makes sense. Like, again, I feel like don't be modest about sticking it in your mouth or some shit, you know? That's just what I'm kidding. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the other cards that we have here. So you guys got 2 of the plant cards here. So we have Onion with Tears, and we have God damn it, Eucalyptus. Still didn't say that right, with Breathe. So clearly, you know, with these 2 being here, it's like working on your breathing. What is fuck brain? Like, I don't know, like the breathe thing, it just made me think of like, you know, when you're going down, it's like you have to figure out how to properly breathe. That might be a problem for some of you. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about these 2 and see what their messages are for you. So with the Breathe, this is all about breathe me in and breathe me out. My heaty, minty scent has clout. Relieves the body, clears the mind. Now take a breath and unwind. So emotions have been stuffed down, and feelings of being trapped and suffocated have restricted you. Allow me to bring you some welcome relief, to cleanse you both spiritually and physically. It's time to breathe again. As I bring fresh energy to your situation and relieve you of mental exhaustion. And it's funny because we have that 9 of Swords, and traditionally the 9 of Swords is about anxiety, stress, depression, trouble sleeping, worry. So again, clearly you guys are kind of worrying about this situation. You're resisting the liberation that can come with this Devil energy. You need to embrace this energy. I'm really getting that here. So, as I bring fresh energy to your situation and relieve you of mental exhaustion, my succulence and calming properties gift you with purity and stimulation. I will restore your clarity to your overactive mind. Inhale my strong minty scent to open up your airways and to enhance your creative pathways. Add a few drops of me to steam and breathe in my antibacterial and antiseptic curative properties. And look, literally with these 9 of Swords, they have like incense burning. They have this aroma therapy going on again. So definitely be doing that. Which are strong enough to relieve asthma and sinus congestion. Maybe some of you are allergic to cats. I will also expel any residue energies as you cleanse your ritual tools with my oil. And as you burn my leaf, I will escort all negative influences away. And then we have Onion, which is funny because we have 2 very different smelling things right here. But Onions with Tears. Let me read that again. There, dry your tears. My strength will banish any fears. Eyes will sting, you'll start to weep. But onion magic is yours to keep. So your emotions seem to be running the show, and crying over spilt milk is not the answer, and getting to the root of your sensitive outburst. If you slice me in half, my chemical irritant will certainly give you something to cry about. My defensive attack is familiar to any kitchen witch, but be brave and fight back the onslaught of teardrops, unless you wish to season your meal with salty tears. Instead, use my pungent aromatic flavor to transform any dish, and after consumption, you'll find that you have the power of banishment upon every breath. Plant my bulbs around your property for protection, or slice me in 2, slide in the name of your perpetrator on a piece of paper and seal with a pin or 2 to banish harm. I will soak up negativity, strengthen your immune system, and heal your wounds. And because I grow so quickly, I'm a wizard at accelerating the potency of fertility spells. Now that's definitely not something to cry about. Very interesting. So the next card that we have here is The Secret Path, card 44. An irresistible pull down a distinct path, ley lines, mystical traditions. Very interesting. So I feel like maybe some of you might even be like interested in learning a little bit more about like sex magic or something, or like a particular spiritual path. But more so, it's also going down a distinct path with your sexuality is just what I'm getting back. It's, again, going down this liberating path to find, because not only by embracing your sexuality more, and again, loosening up more with that, you're also going to really spark your inspiration and your creativity, because again, those energies are all centered in the sacral chakra. So when you're activating those, you're activating either your sexuality or your creativity. You're going to be activating the other one regardless. That's something that I feel like a lot of people miss when this, this kind of energy comes up. Because sometimes, when we're talking about such heavy sexuality and like sex sort of stuff, people are like, oh, well, I don't relate to any of that. Like, why did I pick this pile? Blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, stop for a fucking second and think about the fact that sexuality and sex is also related to the sacral chakra, and the sacral chakra is also related to creativity. That is what the Queen of Wands is all about. That's also what even the Queen of Cups is about as well. She's also about creativity, but in a different sense, because it's more subconscious, it's more mystical, it's more kind of out there, woo, it's the illusionary side, it's the moon aspect, because we're talking about the water element, while, the fire element here with the wands is more overt, it's more out there, it's more passionate, it's like, bam, it's like fire, duh, because that's what it is. So you have to understand, the balance between these two things. They go hand in hand, whether you like it or not, whether you relate to the sexuality or not, they still go hand in hand. And by activating one, you're activating the other, regardless. So it's all about understanding where you stand with your own sexuality. And that's what I'm getting here as well for some of you. It's like coming to terms with what it is you really need to be facing with that. Because regardless of what it is, if you just accept it and you're like, yeah, this is what I am, then that's just, you've won half the battle to getting to your creativity. Okay, if that makes sense. So anyway, talking about the secret path. So this is card 44. And she is upright. So ley lines, walking meditations, building or walking a labyrinth, and journeys to sacred sites are all important to you now. You may wish to travel to lands where the old ways are respected, to explore fairy mounds, hills such as the Tor in Glastonbury, Newrange, or Tara in Ireland. You'll soon be welcoming friendships made by being true to who you are and being willing to enter into the mystery of the song of life. Joyful dance of connection, loving, happy friendships with purpose, traveling companions who inspire bliss on the journey. This card heralds a blissful stage of your life journey. So again, you're starting a new stage here, a new phase. But again, I feel like a lot of you are resisting it because again, there's maybe a fear of the unknown, again, of this new energy coming in. Also with ley lines being mentioned here, I definitely highly encourage you to go to astro.com and to, put in your information for your natal chart and stuff, and then go on there under horoscopes. There should be Astro Click Travel. If you click on that, that will actually show a lot of your ley lines and where the best places are for you to live in the world or travel to, or again, what might, spark certain things on your mystical path here. So next up, and I don't know if something weird happened on the camera for a second there while I was reading, but I'm going to have to look back and look at the recording and see what happened there because I feel like something happened on screen. But anyway, we have healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. So again, definitely be working on chakra healing. I get the sense of, but also it's like by liberating yourself and again, connecting to this energy here that I keep talking about, it's going to be very healing for you. So finally, let's also talk about some final sexy messages here. And so what do we have? We have, let's watch porn and copy what they do. Again, doing something out of the norm that you never would have done before. I feel like, show me how you pleasure yourself. Again, I feel like all of these things, if a partner, brings these things up, they're, Jesus Christ, can I not hit the camera? They're gonna make you, yeah, kind of like, what? Because I feel like you've never done these things before or something. Or like, again, they're things that make you feel kind of like, I don't know how I feel about that, but it might be good for you to just give it a try, and just see what happens. Look at that. I want to record you giving me head. And again, these two cards are both kind of involved with that. Jesus. Like, wow. We also have them to banana. Come give me some. That's that devil card here. It's like, yeah, they got, again, if we're talking about the masculine here, they got one hell of a banana and they want, you know, you want them to come give you some. Or again, they want you to come and give them some, regardless of what your bits are. We also have lay naked on my back. We have do what you want to me. So again, surrendering control and just unleashing your wild side. We have whip appeal. We have vampire sex. And we have doggy style. So there you go. Like specifically, maybe somebody's going to want to try doggy style. They're going to want to try 69. Again, maybe they're going to want to bring in some whips, some chains, some chips and dip. Or again, it could be also be like whipped cream, you know. Vampire sex could refer to, you know, kind of like role-playing vampire thing, or it could refer to having sex on your period. We also have tasty. Again, somebody is super about oral sex here, like, because a lot of the imagery was showing oral sex. So we also have tabletop sex. So yeah, getting on top of a table and just doing it in the dining room or the kitchen or something. And again, I just feel like this is all about exploring territory that you've never been in before, but it's going to be extremely liberating for you. Yeah, look, we have release me. Agitation, tension, sexual stress, and needing relief. You guys really need this relief. You need to let loose. You need to try things that are outside of your comfort zone, because it's going to liberate you and you're going to feel less stressed because of it. So, whew. With that said, hopefully this made sense, me and the rambling energy that I was getting off this particular pile. But if this resonated, please do leave a like on this video. Comment down below what you thought about it. Make sure to check out all the various links down below, especially if you'd like to help support the channel. Please do consider checking out my Patreon. And of course, if you'd ever like to book a private reading with me or me and my Pisces twin, that info is also down in the description. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. For those of you who picked the third and final pile with the Demon Prince of why is it I can say this when I'm not recording, but I mess up when I'm recording? Momochi House. There we go. The Demon Prince of Momochi House. So let's go ahead and jump into your tarot first and foremost and see what we have working here. So, oh boy, we got the Hanged Man here. Feeling a little bit tied up, or maybe somebody's going to be into tying you up. Oh, fucking shit. We then have the Tower here. So you're dealing with I feel like some of you could be dealing with a third-party situation. Maybe some of you are moving on. You're dating somebody new, and your ex doesn't really like it or something. They're still stalking you. You might not... Or again, maybe you're trying to choose between two different people and you really don't know what direction to go in. We also have the Six of Wands here. We also have the Knave of Pentacles here as well. We then have, you guys got a lot of additional cards here. We have the Three of Wands. We also have the Eight of Pentacles. We also have the High Priestess. And we have, look at this, we have the Ace of Cups. So, I definitely feel like it's extremely important for you guys to really be following your intuition with whatever the situation is. I definitely see, like, something with, like, the Ace of Cups and the... You know, the Six of Wands, you know, those are both really good because it's talking about, you know, victory, success, new beginnings here. It's definitely with the Ace of Cups. So somebody coming in, giving you a new offer of love, potentially. This person could definitely be out of your norm, I feel like. They could be somebody completely different than who you normally have dated in the past. But again, they're going to totally shake up your shit. Like, there are going to be... somebody completely new who's going to just change your perspective on everything. But right now, it might be just like kind of a waiting period for you guys. You might need to be working more, especially if you're currently in a relationship. You need to work more at the relationship and more so, you know, the foundations of it. There might be a need to change some of the foundations of it. I could definitely see that Let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about each one of these particular cards. So starting with the Tarot Sexual Magic up here, because these have different meanings from the traditional tarot a little bit. So let's see what we're working with. So for the Hanged Man, it's talking about sacrifice, bonding, a strong bond, even if platonic, magic action against impediments and impotence. And then we have the Tower as well, which is talking about betrayal, the doll, a dangerous situation, betrayal, deception, or immediate breakup. Protect yourself from this threat by using all of your own resources. So yes, some of you might be, again, you might be in a relationship right now where it's like you need to end that particular relationship. And maybe it's gotten to a point where, especially on the sexual side of things, it just isn't fulfilling anymore. It's like at a point where it's just kind of platonic. It's a bond that needs to kind of break, and you need to liberate yourself and free yourself, and maybe again explore, try out some new things, you know, get more in touch with yourself spiritually. With the Three of Wands, you know, that is traditionally, you know, talking about, you know, setting the goals, setting the plans in motion, you know, waiting for the return of certain things, but keeping the momentum going. You're still working at things. Definitely, you're still working at things, even if you wait for the return of something. Also, this is traditionally a writer's card as well. So maybe you should be writing out, journaling more about, you know, what you're going through to help work out the feelings. You might need to delve deeper into, you know, unusual subjects. You'll learn more about, you know, the spiritual path that you're on. Even if you're not on the spiritual path, maybe you should consider, like, what do you truly believe in? There might be a particular teacher that might be approaching you. And somebody's definitely approaching with an offer and with a cup, because literally, and that could be this person who is the Knave of Pentacles. So somebody who's potentially an earth sign. Let's go ahead and talk about that Six of Wands. Actually, let's talk about the Knave of Pentacles first. So the Knave of Pentacles here is all about arousal, the magic of the wine goblet. Transgressions leads to excitement, but neither one nor the other can last without some moderation. So yeah, definitely learning some moderation is important as well. We also, again, have that Six of Wands, which is all about touching, the magic of the hare and the dove. Growing closer, growing apart, deluding, confirming. Every game of pleasure must end and doubts must be dispelled. So definitely for you guys, it feels like there is some sort of ending coming in a particular relationship. And you kind of inherently, you knew that this ending is going to happen. Because again, something is just not working the way it is. Maybe again, you're feeling attraction to somebody else, but you've been in a certain relationship for a while, and so you're kind of feeling stuck, even though you're kind of, your eyes are on a new horizon. But in order to get to that, again, that victory here, you have to remove the illusions and get honest. So speaking about these cards down here, we, again, with the High Priestess, this is unhoped for goals. Unhoped for goals can be achieved through study and tenacity. But once at the top, act prudently. Every success has its cost. So exactly, and that goes back into that moderation here. And then we have the Three of Wands, which is initial success, give joy, boldness. So you got to be bold, you got to take a risk, and that's part of getting this Hangman energy moving again, is being bold, by taking the action to go after those hopes, those particular dreams that you have, especially when it comes to your relationships. It's like, if you want that to happen, you got to put in the work to have it happen, to initiate it. With the Ace of Cups here, this is the woman in the chalice symbolizes desire, but physical and spiritual force is not enough for man. Search for help, complicity. So again, then coming to terms, again, for you guys, even just on a personal level, balancing your masculine and feminine aspects. There's definitely some strong feminine energy here with the High Priestess being present. So again, understanding to balance her out with that masculine action. So, and then lastly, we have that Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles here is manual skills, arousal of sensations. There's more than one here that was talking about arousal. So again, you need somebody who's going to arouse you, who's going to maybe spend more time on the foreplay, you know, is going to know how to give head or, play with the clit or something like that, to get you going. Maybe some of you, in maybe the previous relationship or the relationship you're in right now, it's nothing but just like stick it in, move around a bit. There you go. It's like, again, there's I feel like there's that worry about it being too platonic at this point, because it's just like, it's not arousing you anymore. The desire isn't being sparked. So again, getting honest and understanding where the illusions in the situation are. So let's see what else we have here as well. So again, we have for your herb, we have milk thistle with intrusion. Very interesting. So let's go ahead and talk about this one in particular. So it's saying, a prickly attitude's no help. Harm me and I'll make you yelp. My spines protect and offer strength against all harm at any length. Your thorny attitude is causing others to bristle as you deal with a prickly issue that's leaving you feeling rather uncomfortable. Use me to draw out toxins from the body as I decrease inflammation and soothe the negative effects of disturbance and aggravation to your liver, the seat of anger. My spikes will protect you from the violation of others, breaking hexes and exorcism. Sow my dried seeds into a poppet or use them in spells to break bad habits and drive away depression, as I lend you my strength to defend yourself against harm. I shall guard you well if grown in your garden and protect you from evil if you place me at the front door. Beware all those who direct ill will and lower emotions like jealousy your way, for they shall be deterred by short, sharp shock. And that's definitely what I can get with that tower, is somebody maybe feeling jealous about the movement or the new person that you might be involving with. Again, there's a need here to, somebody's feeling some anger, so working through that energy. We also have up next, we have carry me home, support, time to be carried, allow others to help in the reverse. And we have glimpse, indigo, rainbow, crystal children, and beyond. So let's go ahead and see what the messages are here for you guys. So with the carry me home, card 27 in the reverse, it's talking about refusing the support of another for fear of what you may owe after accepting the support, feeling unsure about the terms of exchange of protection and love, fearing that to relinquish control means to let go of your own self and strength, seeing your own independence as a state which must be maintained, no matter how tired you are, no matter how far you have traveled, and no matter how loving it would be to allow another to give you their strength to you for a time, confusing the acceptance of support with weakness. For now, consider your beliefs around your own strength and know that there are other strengths, that one of these could be the acceptance of love and support when you are tiring. So some of you are maybe not accepting support or strength, or again, you're feeling like the person you're currently with in this relationship is not showing you enough support or care. And again, you might be feeling attraction to somebody else who is going to give you that. So let's also talk about glimpse here. So this is, it's time to cease eating fast food and accepting authority's message simply because they are in charge. It's time to find your own inner authority and to take action to change the planet in healthful and healing ways. Time to transmute your anger about politics, ego, and repressive regimens by taking meaningful and peaceful action for what you believe in. So that's really interesting right now, considering currently, since we're talking about July, and what currently has been happening in the world, and especially with, I'm just going to throw it out here, the imagery here on the tower. Maybe some of you could be in relationships where you're like a mixed race couple or something, and you are feeling a lot of anger considering what is currently happening globally, especially in America, on that kind of subject. There could be, let's just say it's some racist, bigoted people, some judgy people that might be around you or something, and it's like you're trying to again, speak up and support the issues that are happening, because again, you're a part of it. And that could be leading to a lot of anger. And again, that anger could be causing some issues within the relationship even. But anyway, seeing straight through illusions and speaking your truth needs to start now. You have been seen by the fairies as one of the evolving human ones, and as such, you're responsible to your own inner truth, not to have any exterior source of authority. Refuse to be dictated to. Protect nature and gentle people, and you will come into happiness and balance. You are part of a new world, one which we are currently growing into. The more honest and true you are, the better off this planet and her inhabitants and life forms will be. So yeah, again, especially if you're like a mixed race couple or something, that's definitely like, let's just be fucking honest here. That is what the future of this world is. There's so much, we're all, you know, interconnected with each other. If you look into your own personal genetics, regardless of like what your skin color is, you're going to find out, especially if you're, you know, if you're born in America, in particular, you are a mix of fucking everything else on this fucking planet, and that's just a fact, okay? Like me, I'm a fucking mutt, alright? I have a mix of all kinds of different things going on in my family line, regardless of maybe, again, what I was born with. It's like, I have, literally, my great-grandmother was from Mexico. Like, it's just a fact that we are a global world now. And so, again, these kind of issues, they might be really personal to you. They might really come up. And that could be even spilling into your relationships, into what you're feeling romantically. And it could be causing maybe some tensions there because you have this anger and you're trying to work through it. But again, it's important, what I was saying here, to not do it in like a violent way or anything. Again, don't go rioting, breaking into places, stuff like that, because that doesn't help any movement, all right? It sends a bad message, okay? It doesn't help anybody by doing that. That's more, I feel like people who are doing that for their own selfish reasons. They don't even care about the movements that are happening right now. So I don't want to have this turn into too much of like a political message here, but again, that could be of importance for some of you, regardless of, again, what kind of mixed couple that you're in. You know, we are all, again, interconnected. Respect and interest and learning about everybody's culture and backgrounds is important, and it's, in my opinion, it's really fun and it's beautiful because it's so interesting. Again, it's knowing everything that, you know, this world is made up of. I think it's all of those things are things that should be celebrated. And that's what I feel like you guys really want to do, is you want to celebrate those things. But again, there could be maybe some prominent people around you who just don't understand that. And again, you're feeling kind of trapped by those particular people. Or maybe it is somebody that you're in a relationship with. Yeah, again, not feeling supported, your ideals not feeling supported, you physically not feeling supported. Like there's an issue here of support. So let's go ahead and see what else we have. When it comes to matters of the heart, there's no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. So yeah, you guys are trying to follow your heart. You're trying to get deep down with that high priestess, with the inner workings of your mind and your soul, and with the hangman, you're changing your perspective on things. It's like you're trying to make better choices, I feel like, especially for yourself when it comes to love and romance. So let's also look at some of the sexy messages here and see what we have going on. So you have, your scent excites me so damn bad. We also have, making you angry turns me on. Okay, that's fucked up. Again, we had so much here about anger coming up. And then we have this card come up. Like, what the fuck? Is somebody you're with or somebody you're involved with, like, making you angry? Like, eh. Like, I mean, there's a point where that's like, that can be fun, you know, if it's playful and stuff. But then I feel like there's a really steep line with you guys in particular where it's like, it's either going to turn you angry in a good way, or it's going to be really bad. It's going to be ugly, kind of angry. Like, I'm not sure. I'm really curious about this particular pile and like what you guys have going on as we were getting these messages. So what I need is a few bottles of wine and a hell of a good time. We also have, thank you for your sexual services. It just makes me think of this 3 of Wands down here. We also have, I want to suck honey off your nipples. Yeah, and I was like really noticing her nipples on this particular card. So again, somebody might be like really into your nipples for some reason. I'm going to punish you. We also have make it jiggle, make me wiggle. That's a good one. That's funny. I like that one. Freak with me. We also have coffee in the morning. We have let's misbehave. So somebody might be really wanting to get down and freaky in the morning. We have throw me against the wall. They might like to get you angry. Have you push them up against the wall. Maybe they'll push you up against the wall. I can never remember the term for that. Like literally, we're talking about anime, manga, Japan. They literally have a term for what that's called. And I can never remember it. But it's like usually it's a male character or something pushing the girl character up against the wall and like kind of putting his hand there and like leaning in. I forget what the term is. Damn. We also have imprints. Yeah, a really deep connection, a bond. That's that hangman coming in too. We also have fantasizing, yearning for you. We have office sex, office politics. We have tapped out, sleeping like a baby. Interesting stuff. There's just like so many messages coming through this particular pile. Some of them reach out into like bigger world issues. Some of them are more personal. Some of it's a combination of the two. Like, but again, the anger thing keeps coming up in this particular pile. So I'm not sure for some of you who picked this pile, like what you're angry about, but you need to come to terms with whatever that it is and find the root of it for sure in July. So yeah. That is everything I'm seeing in this particular pile. So if this resonated, please do leave a like on this video. Comment down below what you thought about it. And if you'd ever like to help support the channel in any way, there's going to be links to my Patreon, other social media, as well as information about how to book a private reading with me or me and my Pisces twins. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.